So Jay, over the years, you've shown a lot of people a lot of homes, and I'm sure you've had some funny experiences in the process of doing that. I'm just curious, what is the funniest or craziest experience that you've had doing that?
You know, I had a funny story that I sold a house one time with a ghost in it. Actually, it's happened a couple times.
What?
It's actually, but one of them was kind of funny. I'll tell you this one. So, what's interesting about the situation, I knew everybody who was involved. The people that were buying the house who were friends from that I knew in California. They just moved out to Utah, and so I knew them. And the seller was an agent. It was a couple that were agents in my office, and they were moving to Phoenix for some reason or whatever it was. And so I was taking my buyers around. They fell in love with that house, so we put it under contract, did seller disclosures, all that kind of stuff. Did the inspection of the property. Nothing came up. Everything was great. The husband of the buyer, the husband was in the military, so they moved in. He went off. He was in Iraq or somewhere. I can't remember where he was at. He was overseas, and the wife was there. And they had this. They had adopted this little girl, and I don't know, maybe 2 or whatever she was. And
The buyers did?
the buyers did, yeah. So she was, and so the little girl would go over to the stairs down to the basement and go, hi, hi. And she's not thinking of it. It's just a little girl. That's what they do, sort of thing. She keeps doing it. Well, then they're down in the basement, and the wife turns around and sees this figure of a little girl, which, clearly is a ghost.
Really?
And she freaks out of the house, calls the sellers and says, listen, I just saw a ghost in the house. And the sellers say, you saw it?
Whoa!
Yeah, and so, and then immediately, and apparently the sellers say, listen, we've had something, but it's always followed us. It's never been left behind. And then, of course, then I get the call, Jay, there's a ghost in the house. I don't want this house. I want it gone. I've got to deal with it, right? So I call my broker up because I'm kind of thinking, well, what do we do? Is because they didn't disclose, but there's really no disclosures
Place for that.
There's no disclosures for it.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of in a tough situation because and the broker says, well, occasionally this sort of happens, but it usually gets taken care of, and so. What they end up doing is calling somebody from the church to come over and bless the house, and and it worked out.
It was all fine after that.
Yeah, it was all fine and everything.
Wow.
But that was kind of a funny little story.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's crazy. Very unique experience.